Hello everyone, I'd like to say a big thank you to you all. Nobody could have imagined how this year would turn out when we started dealing with the pandemic in the spring. Volunteering has been affected in a massive way, with all patient-facing volunteers still not back in roles. I'd like to thank those of you who are volunteering in the wellbeing team, facilitating the COVID support line, making support calls and taking bereavement support and counselling into the virtual world. I'd also like to thank all of our retail volunteers. 350 of you returned after the first lockdown to help us reopen our shops, and many more of you starting to return again now. Most of you are still away from your roles. That's either because we've put them on hold or because you don't feel ready to return yet. There's a lot to consider when returning to volunteering, but we do hope that you all return when the time is right. There's no pressure to return in a particular time. The hospice will welcome you back when we think it's safe and when you feel it is right to make that return. We'll continue to keep in contact with you through regular emails, the Staff and Volunteer Facebook group, and letters and phone calls where appropriate. Until I see you again, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and hopefully a much happier 2021.
Hi there, my name's Mandy and I'm Head of Wellbeing Services for St Barnabas Hospice. I'd like to thank all our volunteers for their continued support this year. I know many of you haven't been able to return to your normal volunteering roles. Our spiritual support volunteers, for example, and our complementary therapy volunteers. But so many of you have continued to send us messages of support and your good wishes, and they've meant a great deal to us all. Our bereavement care support workers and our counsellors and supportive listeners have all returned to very different roles and are delivering those services online, either by the telephone or using Zoom or Teams. We've started a new bereavement helpline available 11 till 3 every day, Monday to Friday, and signposting into other sources of care where we're not available, and very recently launched a virtual bereavement drop-in group, which has had fantastic feedback from everybody that's attended. Now, I know that's really called on your continued commitment to learn new technology skills and to use equipment at home and to carve out time and space to be able to provide those services. And I would like to send you a personal thank you. Without that support and commitment, the people of Lincolnshire would not be able to access the hope and the help and the comfort that they can through our wellbeing service. I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish every single St Barnabas volunteer, wherever you work, a very, very Merry Christmas to you and your families, and a very happy, peaceful and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Caroline Peach. I'm the Head of Retail for St Barnabas Hospice Shops. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank every single one of our shop volunteers at this really special time of year. Thank you to all of those who've returned to the shops and the warehouse after our first and second lockdowns. You have all done such an amazing job adapting to the new changes that have been happening in our shops and dealing with the mountains of donations that we've received, not to mention working hard to ensure that all of our shops stay a very safe place to work and to shop in. Special mention must go to those of you who haven't been able to return to our shops and warehouse for one reason or another, especially our teams at the Horncastle shop, the Skegness Drummond Road shop and the Magistrates Court Cafe. I know you're all itching to get back and get supporting the hospice again, and we are really looking forward to being able to welcome you back in the near future as soon as we can. Lots of changes have happened this year. Lots of them good. We've gone online with a lot of our sales, especially our Christmas cards, which we've done really well. And we set up our first donation drive-through at the Cardinal Close warehouse, where people could book to bring their donations, which generated a fantastic amount of stock for us. In fact, we had 5 tons of donations in the first month alone, which and many of you helped sort for us, which generated lots and lots of income for the hospice. We have recruited over 100 new volunteers for the shops company alone, 30 of them located in the warehouse. So welcome to all of you new volunteers, welcome to a fantastic team, not only the shops teams but the volunteers of St Barnabas as a whole. We really simply couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you very much for everything that you've done this year. And it just remains for me to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a very happy and peaceful New Year.
Fundraising and marketing volunteers, just want to take a moment to say thank you. as a hospice, we wouldn't be able to operate without you, and we know this year has been incredibly difficult on all sides. For a lot of you, you've had to stay home and stay safe, which, you know, we are here, whether it's just for a phone call, and I know some of the team have been checking in quite regularly with you. We know that you're ready and waiting to come back when it is safe to do so, and we will welcome you back with open arms when we can, hopefully next year. It has been difficult. We've had to adapt everything that we've done. Our normal way of fundraising just went completely out the window, all our objectives that we'd set. But what has been so humbling is the way our supporters have engaged with us during the pandemic. The way we've adapted all of our fundraising offering, whether it be virtual, digital, a lot of phone calls to our supporters has been welcomed, and it's been incredible despite the challenges. Yes, we have still got shortfall in income, but the team have just rallied. We've just done everything we possibly could to ensure that that money kept coming in whichever capacity, whether it's an appeal or an activity with the community. But, you know, we are still in difficult times, but what we are safe to say is that we have some incredible supporters out there, including you. So thank you for being patient, and to those that have been able to actually offer their support, especially with something like the Dragonfly, we would not have been able to do that without you, so thank you very much. And those that are at home, whether you're doing some sort of fundraising or you're knitting Santa hats for us, amazing, you are all incredible, and we can't wait to welcome you back in 2021. Just want to say Merry Christmas. Let's hope 2021 is a change for us all, and we look forward to seeing you then. Take care now and look after yourselves.
So I'd like to say to all of you, our volunteers across the whole trust, thank you. Thank you not just for this year, but for every year and all you've done. Merry Christmas to you all. And I'm positive that 2021 will be the year we welcome you back. Thank you.